Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad matatag! Normally.
One core, the winning condition wants to stay back, and Entity went for the last pick.
I completely agree. I'm a little bit. Ooh, last pick light.
Farm it up. No time dilation.
Going for it, Armel. He's going to be able to get the pullback underneath the tower. Stormstormer's going to go for that last minute dive. Will he get the kill first? He will. First blood picked up, and he will die in return as DJ's.
Wow. 6 heroes converging mid.
It used to be that Storm Spirits would just like, okay, they hit this level 5 timing and they would just AFK jungle until they get 6, but he's got support behind him with a really good bushwhack. It's going to be Bushman dead already. Not quite enough to get Armel to that level 6, so won't be able to pursue. Follows. I mean, he sticks around here for much longer. It's a guaranteed death. All they need is the slow, and yeah, he's done so. They're going to bump him back. They don't even necessarily need the lasso, but he'll blow it anyway.
All right. Sends a little message, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess so. Just shy of being able to get the level 6. Has the Chronosphere available now if he wants.
Yeah, again, no early dilation point, no chrono up yet. Pure doesn't really have much interest in being the aggressor in these situations. He just wants to get his farm.
Those rotations a little bit late to secure the 8-minute power rune. It's picked up by Stormstormer, but they can still get the kill.
Nice spear.
The arena locking them in. They do have Stormstormer stuck. Fishman's going to go for the TP out, but they're both dead.
Anything's possible.
Farming
Sniper
a big
again.
old stack, and Stormstormer says, how you doing? I'll take that hero kill, and I'll take your stack too.
Fnatic wants some revenge, want to defend their ward.
Do manage to get the bushwhack, quickly released as Armel cuts down the tree, but it doesn't matter. They've still got him dead to right.
Armel strikes back again. Revenge for his fallen comrade. You might see him on the
time.
smoke
The
pop
smoke's
with
gonna
the
break
summons.
here, and they're gonna go for the arena. They do manage to catch him. Can he land the spear? No. Immediate TP out. Stormstormer is blocked out by the arena, so they'll have to get the Omni Knight kill instead.
All right, he's gonna lasso John Well here to send another message. Probably not. Just run him down. Then the Lycan can join the ball, take the tier 1 mid, take the Roshan.
This 3-man smoke, if he can get the silence onto Armel, and he
save
does.
him.
Chronosphere onto 2. The Omni Knight throws what he can, but is it enough to save the Storm?
He knocked
It
him
is.
out.
He's getting the jump away, and he's got plenty of mana to work with. Jen Welsh might be the victim here as he's going to be pulled back in by the lasso. This time, Stormstormer will use it. It's a great effect to get this kill. It's going to take a while, though, and now Armel is going to come right back in. They're going to try and blow up the Face's Void, but they didn't quite have the damage. Now he gets hit by his stun. He looks to zip away, but he doesn't make it in time. The Fishman 5 takes him down.
Oh, God strength, finishing up that storm move. Faces Void Chrono to lead into something.
Yeah, but trying to do that while the Lycan ult is on
Exactly,
cooldown it does feel like a little bit of a, yeah, a weird
all
desync.
here.
And they're going to jump for it. They're going to go for Stormstormer, who had the BKB. They forced it out of him, and Armel should not get caught by this, but he does get caught by the Chronosphere. Lights the damage in the sniper. He's the first one down. Stormstormer's going to get the lasso immediately afterwards, see if they can kill the Stormsphere, and it looks like they should be able to get him. No, the heal comes out, and Armel's able to get away. Janwell, still inside the arena, will die, but he successfully saved his mid laner, and that was the most important long-range follow-up. And now you've got a Hoodwink that has the boomerang off of the shard, so he can increase everybody else's damage, too.
Yeah, a huge amount of long-range burst versus a lineup that doesn't have the save versus magical damage. Armel knows it.
Fishman, he's kind of been baiting himself out here, but he did it overstep. Well, he certainly did. He's dead. Nothing came of a response from Entity. Without the Chronosphere, they seem reluctant to fight.
So this will be some map control back for Fnatic, exactly what they want to have happen with the Aegis expiring.
They're going to go for it, Fishman. They figure, okay, this guy's got to be pretty alone. And he is indeed, so they get that kill. Who gets the shard? Our Face's Void already bought one for himself, so he can give it away to somebody else. They're going to go for Fishman again. He's just constantly putting himself on the front lines. It does mean eventually he's going to get picked off, but an opportunity perhaps? Pure having a bit of a poke, just using that shard to its most effectiveness.
Yeah, he's still got 1 gold per minute.
Yeah.
Fnatic farming 0 camps right now.
And now they've got a lasso.
Nice
Immediately
save.
going to be denied, but they do get the Chronosphere. Oh, and the BKB goes off just before the bushwhack, so we can ensure the Omni Knight kill, and sticking on top of Palos as well. Palos, they don't really have any damage to threaten Pure, so nothing really going to stop him here. The arena goes out, trying to pin in some heroes. Looks like the Skyrim Mage is going to fall, but Pure's going to keep on trucking.
Sniper's
TV can get the bashes
no
onto
bashes.
Palos. No bashes whatsoever. What's going on here? Does manage to get a time walk back in. Pure. All right, he's going to go ahead and give away that Aegis. Can they do anything about him on the second life? A pin, gets it, perfect timing, blow him up, he is dead. Pure
Ability is going to help the sniper. If Paulo somehow lives in these fights, he will kill them. He does an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, with the full-on Mjolnir and the Crystallis.
Popping the smoke.
Gonna find the Omni Knight first. That's a great start, especially if they can find Palos. He's right there and he gets him. Ooh, just in time, Stormer gets the lasso around Palos' neck. But
Fnatic, they're smoked around here. Potentially looking to
no,
burst
Jazz is
Void.
gonna go for it?
Jazz.
No way! A spear immediately pins down, doesn't get the faceless Void, but the burst damage is almost there. If only they had landed the spear on Pure, it could have been a kill, but Armel is now gonna be the victim of Pure's Chrono Spear. They'll turn to the Storm Spear and finish off Jazz quite easily. And now, utter disaster for Fnatic. At first, they just...
Good spear tank from Entity, and now you're in a
let's
high
be
ground
careful there.
situation.
They're going to go for the Omni Knight first. They recognize how important he is now.
No
Armel's going to
chrono,
try and
though.
respond, pull back. They do. Faceless Void actually tanks the damage for the Bat Rider, and now stunned right next to Pure. Palos in huge trouble and just gets burst apart. The instant bash coming out onto DJ as well as he limps his way back to the fountain
You're
of
not safe
Bushwhacking,
there,
will not
son.
survive. Burns down in the fire and flames of the Dragon. His Entity look to finish out the game now with a straight up tier 4 push. Fnatic, nothing left in the tank it seems. Jabs will do what he can. Maybe they'll get a support or two. But at the end of the day, the cores are still going to be trucking. They're still going to be focusing on the main objective. They'll take the buildings and force the GG out of Fnatic. Game 1 goes to Entity.
Absolutely clinical game from them. The lanes.
Is he like 3,000 games of 5,000 even games of Invoker? He's a Bat Rider specialist, so.
I mean, this mid lane matchup isn't the easiest if you're going to
He's gonna go for it,
Here's that
Armel.
level 3
Wants
kill.
the kill. He's got the tornado. Stormstormer tries to throw
Missed.
it. He tried to throw it to the side, I think, to catch Armel, or maybe thought it would be just thrown in front of him to be able to get it, but no. A big mistake from the Stormstormer Invoke.
DJ's lurking around the corner.
Now, this is something they kind of did set themselves up for, Entity, that is. Do you feel like, would you say they're a team that is less reliant on a strong laning phase?
We say that, and
Pure, he pulls back Jabs
might
with
just
the
be
hook,
getting
but that's
destroyed
not going
in
to do him
this
any
lane phase.
good. And Jabs, he's going to turn into Fishman
body
now.
box?
Ooh, nice. DJ trying to get in front of him. Ooh, couldn't quite get him in front of him. The second time with the plasma field will ensure the double kill for Jabs. 4-0. Armel, though, is in some trouble.
Very
and
fire.
it looks like the
Water
Entity
in.
might be able to get a counter kill, but no. Armel lives through it. And Januel, well, now that he's here, he'll cheat tons and tons of damage.
And this might be the worst start I've seen for Pure the whole tournament. He has absolutely no game. However, his Jabs is just feeding off Fishman here. He's going to go down. Oh, the tree block.
Oh, nice plant there. It's not enough to save him, sadly, but it was a cool little move.
Little extra net worth thrown away.
Fnatic, really nice read. They knew there was some sort of aggression that was going to be happening here. Then maybe that's why he popped the Eye of the Storm and just farmed the hard camp. They're now going to try and go to the other side, but oh no! They do manage to get the hook, but at the same time, it looks like the Pangolier is going to die before he gets off the Rolling Thunder. Palos does die off of that hook pick from Pure.
Absolutely huge grab for this push.
And that level 4 Tombstone as quick as possible, right?
And again, Tombstone is insanely powerful this game. Nobody is killing this spell.
Oh, yeah.
Forever. I mean, maybe Invoker way later, but through a Soul Repeal and all of the AoE control Fnatic has, it's going to
They
be
get
hard.
the deny on the tower, but the TP is still coming through from Stormstormer. He'll first collect on to Jabs. Managed to get the Tornado into the Rolling Thunder. They burned him out all of his mana. They should be able to burst him down and be able to pick up the Nyx Assassin. Entity, a full 5-man rotation that does net them 2 kills.
Invoker, this is an investment that Entity wishes they
so
got
many
something
heroes
more.
showed up bottom lane. They make the move into mid, and that is going to pay some serious dividends. Not only are they going to get this kill on a Fishman, oh, top lane, Palos, he gets dismembered into the Sunstrike, didn't do too much
Hook got
damage, and the
blocked by
hook
creeps.
actually got blocked out by the creeps, so very awkward, certainly going to be lacking in the damage now. In fact, it really
No other
was.
way to frame it.
Oh, set up, DJ?
No detection.
He's got 2 supports behind him.
Charging an
He's
out
out.
stun.
Can the heroes get here in time? The Alchemist is going to get off the Unstable Concoction just in time. It hits, but immediately the Oracle is there. Reset Stormstormer, and now they just have to give up. Can't go for the kill any longer. Palos still kind of threatening, showing around. It's because they have the Tombstone out on the high ground, so why not?
Entity making sure they...
Here, Jabs, does he have his BKB back
He
up?
does.
He does. So he's actually going to latch on to Stormstormer. The nice hook from Pure saves him, pulls them out of danger.
Jabs is
And look at
running
Jabs. He's just walking into them. Now the rest of the team is coming in from the side, but Jabs is already dead. Here comes Palos. He throws out his stun. They chain it onto the Tiny. Looks like he's going to be the first one down. Pure's going to fight this out. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, but Januel doesn't give a damn. In fact, he's amplifying the damage that's now coming out from the Bad Rider. The Flesh Heap is dodging a lot of his damage, though, and he managed to hit the hook. Needs to pull back in. Armel has to recommit to be able to finish off this Pure tanky Pudge, but it finally does go down. Now they turn over to Toby, who looks at Palos, does manage to hit the shield crash, not quite enough damage, but maybe Fishman can finish him off. The Sun Strike's off the mark, and Toby dies, and now Fishman overextended in an attempt to run down Palos, but will pay the price.
The John Well Undying buyback somehow actually. That's it, DJ TPing bottom.
Okay, Armel gets the grab on a Stormer, but the save, maybe Toby might just be able to bail him out, but no. The BKB from Armel ensures the kill. And DJ, well, he's gonna leave his support behind. Bye-bye, DJ. You're gonna be left in the clutches of Entity, who aren't even gonna go for it. They're scared because they don't.
That plus probably some buybacks around their tower. That's what they're hoping for.
DJ finds the opening. It's going to be on to the Pure Punch, so he's pretty tanky. Already down to half health,
Fishman
though. Pal's going to start going to the work. Where's the Fishman save? It's denied. Stormer, they get in front of him, but Armel is going to make sure he doesn't get it up. Pure actually does get bailed out ever so barely. He gets the TP completed thanks to the BKB. Does manage to hit the impale onto Stormer's Invoker. Pull him back in with the Razor, laying in the damage. They easily clean up Entity. I mean, without the Pure Punch, what damage is there, really?
He lives, but at what price? High ground tomb on the back end as well. No hope
toss
of
back. Really nicely played. Jabs, welcome
Lincoln's
back to deep inside the enemy base, my friend. You've been here a few times, and you're welcome back anytime, says Entity.
Fnatic getting a little too greedy after that team fight when again, Pudge, he's still full HP
now
here.
The Avalanche, now another toss back, now another potential hook to be able to finish off this Undying. He dies easily. Hook attempted, but Armel does manage to sidestep that one. Palos is back in. Just casually 3 shots the Oracle. Goes for a finish onto Kenta. Oh, and he gets it too. Double for Palos.
Big bad Alex showing. You got to dismember this Alc and they're going to try and burst him with the Sunstrikes. That's your best route at this point.
This hook does manage to get the dismember, but the unstable concoction stops him. They do have the Lotus Orb out on this Pudge, but a bash is actually coming through. Fear's going to be saved out. Oh, look at him just go to town on a Fishman, and they're still going to pull back this Pudge to his demise. His Jabs starts going to work while the Alchemist, well, he can keep everybody zoned to back. Does get tossed back into the tier 3s, taking a lot of damage. Pure does eventually die here. Finally goes down. The Tombstone's going to be laid out right in front of Entity's base, too. So there will be no response anywhere from Entity.
A sloppy fight. Finally, they bring down this Pudge Cataclysm into, chain all your other spells. Then you kill one hero.
And then everybody else is going to start swarming through from Fnatic. Pure showing himself. DJ immediately goes for it. Spike Carapace into the Impale stun, waiting out the Lotus Orb before you throw out the Unstable Concoction. Does manage to get off the bash. Meanwhile, back lines, they stop the Oracle and prevent him from getting off a good ultimate. They get the hook back. Stormer finish off Januel. Undying will claim the head of Entity, and that is it. GG is called Fnatic. They got absolutely stomped in front of the home crowd in game 1, but they have the spirit, they have the resilience.
They're so confident, actually.
Oh, that's a Pure, so okay, that's a classic.
Yeah, I see Zombie smiling.
Then I thought he would have been able to secure the CS just fine, but no. Apparently the Legion Commander just too strong. I mean, when you're able to use that passive appropriately to be able to put pressure into, oh man, 3 HP or something like that. Instead, it's going to be First Blood going over to Kataomi. On a Pure, but not quite enough again to get the kill.
Sal cancel.
Uh-oh, Toby. He's got one swashbuckle to use here to get away from Jabs. The Jabs doesn't actually worry about trying to chase him down. I think he's just okay with zoning him. Palos gets chased down by Pure, trades his life away underneath the tower, but well worth it to kick this Alchemist.
He's built off this laning phase. What is he going to transfer it into? Here's
Dropped
that
a defensive Tombstone as they were trying to go on him. But Palos right after the Unstable Concoction's used, they're just going to go for it. Now, again, fighting into the Tombstone, so Entity a little bit careful about that one. Jab's taking a lot of damage. Toby, can he finish him off with this swipe? It wasn't quite enough. A second one might do it. It does. Secures the kill. Even putting a little bit of damage onto DJ as well.
Very nice kill for Toby. Anytime you can kill this Razor in the laning phase, you feel great about it. Not the start that Jabs had last time.
An Alchemist and a Razor, heavy physical damage and minus armor. All the more reason to get that shard.
Yeah, he's thinking about Blade Mail as well. It could be interesting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fishman poking his head in the jungle. Gets the tombstone drop at least. Will probably pay the price.
Yeah. Run as he can. It's still the zombies that will slow him down enough. But the rest of the team...
He's just smacking it.
Gonna try and catch him. Armel is gonna go for the flame break into lasso. Oh, he doesn't have flame break. He's just gonna have to go for the lasso. And Fishman maybe too far away.
No Oracle.
He doesn't have his ultimate, so yeah, he runs all that distance. But for what, Fishman? You could have never saved him in the first place. You didn't have the ability to do so.
He's gonna get run down. Overextension here from Stormer for sure. Maybe just miscommunication, thought they had Oracle ult or thought...
Lined up once early Roshans.
Yes, and their mechanism to do that is the pickoff. It is this Legion Blink into the Skywrath nukes. Ideally take down a core hero, force Fnatic into a numbers
The
position.
setup hits the impale, then
This
it'll
is the
ensure that
opposite
the
of what they
lasso
want.
will chain it and no chance at an in-range. A big pickoff for Fnatic. Which Pure, I mean, he never got baited into going for the tower. Jabs first.
He's the tankiest hero.
But they really don't want to go for him, apparently. And he spots him with the plasma field. Disaster for Entity as now Stormer no longer having his blink is going to be caught by, oh no! Toby rolls through, does manage to get the kill on Jabs, but it's a 1-for-1 trade-off so far. Januel's going to be able to catch up the Fishman, start slowing him down. Armel wants to be able to collect on this kill, but doesn't want to overextend. Good thing too, Pure, he's got
Nice
a double
hit,
damage.
Bale.
Nice two-man stun, the flame break. Pure's actually taken a lot here. He still has the enrage though, and there's not a huge amount of nuking threat to scare him off.
Fuzzy Wuzzy finding nobody to play with. Arm Raider try and pressure the Roshan. Basher Rush is just... This is a chat build.
Oh, they get the lasso immediately after, and they actually went for the duel, so no cleanse out on the Ursa. The Ursa will turn around and finish off Armel, but he's going to take a lot of damage. The Enrage shrugs off most of it. Now they've got the magic immunity out onto him as well. Fishman may end up falling for Jabs, but Jabs will turn and die. Januel is not going to be able to make it out either. Entity, what a turn from them. Three-man stun from DJ. Did that just save Fnatic's 5? No, a blink in from Toby and Pure will finish the job.
Alchemist not ready to come to this sort
look
of
at
engagement.
DJ, he sees a free. Really awkward. If Entity is going to try and force fights around tier 2s, this haste rune of the Bat Rider could pull this team fight way out of Entity's position.
I mean, if you pull this Ursa into a tombstone, sure he respawns, you're still happy though.
Start off with the Rolling Thunder immediately with the chain jump. They're going to finish off the Alchemist nice and quick and clean, or maybe not. The Chemical Range. Pure finishes them off in the end. They do manage to get that one. The Oracle died at the same time, and Pure's going to lose his Aegis, but not before he does a ton of damage to Jabs.
He's
nice
winning the
flame
duel.
break backwards, and it looks like Jabs, he's going to win the duel. Ursa's going to come back surrounded by 4 heroes. What are you going to do with the Basher, son?
He had into his highlight reel, you know.
You're not going to be able to reel that fish in.
All right, this is the BKB for Ursa. This is where Entity need to strike back here. And all right, we'll give him a little, you know, relive some of the moments here.
I mean, that blink dagger was super unfortunate.
You cannot
barely
get
off the
closer
mark.
than this. You really can. Meanwhile, DJ's
Back
finding the
inside the
opening.
game, they jumped onto Jabs. They managed to get the duel out onto him. The Razor's pretty tanky though, with the Soul Rift coming out as well. Jabs doesn't go down so easy. They do manage to get a bash out, but he's still alive through all of it. It looks like between the disarms, the lassos, they can't finish the job. Pure has been pulled off, cold off, and now they're going to be able to chase him down. As Pure, no enrage, no save. They're going to use the unstable concoction right on top of him. They immediately cleanse that. Pure turns around, does a little bit of damage where he can, but Armel slows him down. Flame break backwards, and he ticks on out. Katomi going to be chased down as well. Fnatic, a massive victory, a 1-for-4 exchange.
Humongous, scouting them all. He might get a crazy initiation here.
He's breaking all the smokes right now. They try and get the initiation, but they
got
fail.
the
He gets the spike airbase, the turnaround, and now, oh no, the Razor Jabs gets off the BKB. Stormer is taking too much damage, turns around. What is he going to do? Not going to duel, that's for sure. Pure, they're going to be able to get the chain stun out of the Razor. Jabs are going to fall. They're going to turn out of Palos now.
Pure
Can he get the bashes to be able to stay on top? Pure, he's not sure what to do here. They're going to go back in with the duel. They're going to go for the Undying. The one is done from DJ! A 3-man stun, setting it up. The Undying falls, but Palos is still in fighting shape. They do manage to get the pullback lasso onto this Oracle, but all of Entity, they're limping away. Little HP, but they still survive. And now Pure's back in. He smells the blood in the water. With the Alchemist coming back, see what they can do to him. He doesn't have a BKB, he doesn't have a way to stop all this kiting. He turns around, does manage to get a bash. Another stun from DJ! What a save for the false promise though! Pure is still alive. Pure, he has to fight his way out of this one, but there's no chance in hell. The false promise is gonna wear out, and he's just dead. The damage does its trick. The stun, another one goes out. Katomi's trying to run back into the tier 3s, but DJ, ever the hunter, ever the kill.
Fnatic with the disarms, the Abyssal on Palos, making Pure's life miserable.
They're going to need to change on him here, but the Eula Scepter. Oh, that puts the Ursa out of commission, straight up into an Impale stun, so they don't get a whole lot of damage during this Rolling Thunder.
Stormstorm
chases out, but all of a sudden, oh no, they're turned around. They do have the False Promise, but Jazz, he's draining him of all his damage, and he's going to turn it back onto Pure. Pure, oh no, he's being dragged away. He wanted to be able to kill the Razor. Turns on to DJ. That pesky Nisk Assassin will finally die, but a buyback. He's going to be back in the fight soon. Toby trying to run away from Jazz. Will manage to swatch while himself out, but the Pure TP out. He does it again. This is a TP god. He gets out just in the nick of time in a situation.
This Alchemist front line, absolutely devastating to try and go on. He has Elven Tunic, he has Radiance.
Nice response, DJ, instantly. Uplink Skyrace into an Impale, into Palos with the Abyssal Bane. Bye-bye, Toby. He does have a buyback. And they've got all their abilities except for the False Promise. Still needs a little bit of time there.
DJ feeling the crowd behind him right now. Is hitting every single stun for this team.
They're going to fight the opening Jazz. They go for it, but the Soul Rip, it's not going to be enough heals. They need a little bit more damage. The dual win isn't quite there. Jazz, he's actually going to be walking away from this. Stormstormer goes down. Pure, he managed to get the kill on the Undying, but he's got to walk away from the static link. They do manage to get the Rolling Thunder. Chain setting up this Razor. You can see Jazz, oh man, he just doesn't give a damn. He's sticking around through all of this one. Palos, they're going to ignore him for now. Go back to the Razor. The Force Tap straight into the hand clutches up here. The Eula Scepter wasn't in time. Toby swashbuckle up in a second. Denied by the Abyssal Blade. They managed to turn around, unstable concoction, lasso into the chain stun on the Pure, and that is it! Fnatic! They got crushed in game one, but run it back!